patient. Now EDG have held on to a lot of utility as they now look to set back into this retake.
Yeah, a lot of stuff still to work with. That nade already going out to clear an angle. It's allowed them to focus towards the site. But Munyet does well to still grab one. The Paranoia a little deep. EDG already bypassed it, now catching multiple kills on nobody. It's left all down to Devi, emerging from the smoke. He's only good for one. That pistol round win goes to EDG. It's expecting to see something from EDG, but they might not have much of a chance. If they expect this one, I will be flabbergasted. A free kill for sure, maybe even a second now. They know his tricks. It's time to fade down.
Oh, they're going to have to look for that every single round. In the meantime, though, the rest of the team has started to get a bit more aggressive. Devi up close already doubles up their advantage, not allowing this retake to even really begin. Leaving just a couple remaining, and, well, the potential of flawless might be gone, but it is damn clean from the side of PaperX.
Oh, I like this idea to try and punish. Actually caught one tag onto something, but that's all they're going to get for it. With the res in, they might want to get aggressive, but Munyet being up close, he couldn't decide on his weapon. He'll only get the one, but at least he got the one.
Yeah, they've still kept it even at least. It's not the worst scenario. It looked like it could have gone a lot worse than already. Mindfreak has been able to find another. Kankan looking to try and wrap back in, but the timing couldn't be any worse. And now Smoggy is all that remains. 1 versus 2. I don't even think he has the ability to really clear out this player on the corner, just trying to check, but this Sage wall just being irritating, and that's enough for him to have to back out of the round.
Yeah, at an eye test, you know, you probably can't jump that, but I don't blame him for trying. Maybe he could get the element of surprise. That's not enough to really make a move. Devi is disgusting. He's making a lot of dangerous plays, but in this round, that might not have been the right call.
No, if they can get the rifle back especially, that would be an extra pain that they have to deal with. Also, every player being revealed, no hidden lurks can really be happening. Paranoia is good, but nobody's actually able to capitalize off their counter flashes just a little bit too late, and they are being picked apart. Just a couple remaining. Mindfreak has been able to bring back the deficit a little bit. Another, as he's just popping head after head, but it gets a little bit shaky, leaves it onto something in the 1 versus 1, and they'll be able to hold on in that 2 versus 4. Probably not something they'll...
Wow. The best part is he was already on the wrong side of the trap, didn't go deep enough. Devi, good for 1, that's it though, shut down, and this round has crumbled pretty quickly if you're PaperX. I mean, they might have shut down a showstopper in the last round, but, well, it looks like Kankan will be dropped again. Something tagged, low HP on Mindfreak, and they know where both of these players are. EDG have all the info to play with. It seems to be a formality at this point, unless something has an incredible 3K up his sleeve.
That was one of the most audacious changes in pace I think I've seen in a long time, because think about how PaperX have been playing so far. It's been slow defaults, normally ending up on the A site. This round, he just tries to TP into mid. And the thing is, EDG have been playing a lot around that mid area for the fast rotations for retakes. So it's interesting that he thought there was a gap there. I'm not sure what piece of information they had that they believed that that was going to be clear enough for him to take such a risk, but hasn't worked out. Something's still ever dangerous, even when not playing on that jet. Let's see if he can make this one at least a little bit costly. He's looking for the fight. He knows that planting at this stage, allowing them to retake together, won't quite work out. And while Smoggy is patient.
Pit online, they can't afford to give this ground up and play behind the wall. As they play in front of the util on A, price is paid. Smoggy down. And a null command used for PaperX as they claim control of this site, presumably unchecked. Remember, also a Viper's Pit for post-plant, and this op is still lurking around. There's a lot of red flags flying for EDG.
He might find the space, though. They don't even realize he's here because he was already past the angle initially. Chichu at least finds a slight gap. Already, though, Thrash thrown out will give an awful lot of information. They're going to spot at least 1 player in that back line, and look at Devi. Slowly on the wraparound, he was following it, but the shots might have just given his position away. The operator going to hold the gap in a wall. You'd expect something to hit this shot all day long, and he won't miss. 3 kills already to his name. Little bro going to be sent out just to try and claim some extra space, but for now, still a lot that EDG need to do, and not a lot of time to play with. Kankan, the last man standing, and he will meet the same fate as the rest.
If they can open up some of these sightlines, have to get past the Viper wall, the util down from Omen, and they're actually passing it on the PaperX side, running it down. taking fight after fight with nothing but success. And we talked about this, operator. Well, it's now all that's left of EDG's defensive side. This retake will not happen, and he might not get out of here. Just about making it around into spawn, but they're hot on his heels. He wants to take some shots, but none of them are landing. 5 HP and a classic to close it out.
They need to try and get some of those early fights in, and they'll win one. Khan's removed Mindfreak. He has been the biggest thorn in their side thus far.
I like this position from Smoggy. Good shots last round. The nade is down, but they're a little disjointed. The 1v1 taken against Haodong doesn't go well. For EDG, no smokes left to play with. No, from the shadows.
Oh, he's
Mindfreak's right back into the fight. The shot doesn't land either.
Oh,
and Can sprays and finds bullets coming back at him from Mindfreak, who was dropped moments earlier. This is a disaster for EDG. They're losing players, but nobody. He doesn't want to lose this round. Holding strong in the flank from Smoggy's good. It's only Munyet left. He's made it to A. He'll find a plant, but he doesn't know where these last two players are.
One enemy.
Forsaken, unfortunately, won't be able to join him. Low HP. And a Hunter's Fury, they're watching to see if he's going to go pushing round the back, but instead, these angles slowly being cleared. Looking to try and pair back up as he just sits patiently waiting in the corner. Not quite looking the right direction if a wraparound comes in, but actually, both players meeting back up. The time starting to tick down. They really need to get a move on. Paranoia through, TP'd now to get into a much stronger after plant. Munyet, though, getting tagged further and further. They need to get someone on this, and he's just buying that time ever further. I think this one's going to be desperately close. In fact, I don't think he might have this at all. I think it's going to go off. It's going to be the clutch again, and they just can't find themselves around. Well, nobody again. This time Mindfreak is waiting. These battles have not been going their way, and something roaming with that operator. Ready to clear. And while the Paranoia will catch him, but no chance for a trade.
It's not even an ability that gets him out of there. It's literally just the straight up take your knife out and run. Now, Can's gone through mid. There is a lurk waiting around here, but it's waiting for the B main aggression, not for the mid push. They weren't expecting this. The timing a little off, and the shots didn't land initially, but Munyet's recovered it nicely. Mindfreak down, big player for the side of PaperX. He's been going huge in a lot of these rounds. Now, they have to close it out without him, but it's a 4v2. It's only Chicho and Haodong. Should be easy.
Still in the same spot he paranoid from just moments ago. The initial fight needed to be cleaner. Completely left out on his own. He's had a couple of amazing moments so far, but this would have to be the best of them. Of Munyet, no respect, straight through. Leaves it all up to one, and it is dominant. A 9-3 half.
This time PaperX are leaving A open, looking more so to fight into middle, and that's exactly where they're going to find that scrap. Already good stuff as the heal comes through. That initial fight almost negated if Forsaken hadn't fallen, and if Haodong didn't find the kill on something. Now the numbers are thin slightly, and for EDG, they can take advantage of this. Same sized map, but less players to defend it.
I'd still feel worried pushing into Mindfreak. He's definitely been the player to watch so far, but with the push coming in from Divide, there's a good chance they're boxed in. Now, there is a trip, but that means that he can just keep the rest of his teammates sat within this site. Still a Paranoia available as well for Munyet. That could cause real issues.
It slowed them down, but they found Mindfreak. And they know that Munyet's around here. They've got to deal with him. They want to get this fight planted, and Munyet with a beautiful shot, and now a crossfire angle. Divide easily closes that out. That's what I was wondering. Like, it seems like that left side's jumpable, but they still hear the sound cue with how close they were. Now Forsaken hasn't quite managed to get the damage done on the Outlaw, and the flank through by Chichu's being watched. He's beautifully positioned, but the jumping judge wasn't quite anticipated. Even still, that's the only kill for PaperX so far, and it may well be the only one they find. Both players on 45 HP. Nice and uniform, but it's about... I was going to say it's about to become one player. Never mind. Divide perfectly dodged that, but not the second time.
Yeah, and on the other side, something has just decided to go for the save, so a good clean start as well. And I do like the fact that even though EDG are down, because if you allow PaperX to retake, I don't like those odds, and well, nobody is at least going to be able to find one before trying to back away.
Oh no! Oh, wow! So this is a big change, because, you know, PaperX obviously happy to play retake on A from the start of the round in a 5v5. In a 5v4, without Concon, even better. But now the numbers have changed hands a little bit. The advantage no longer sits towards Paper Rex, and there's 2 players on the B site still, with a lurk from nobody, active in mid. This has to be huge from Devi, and he won't get anything. These last 2 players even splitting up. Oh, this could be dangerous. They don't check the close right corner, which, I mean, you wouldn't really think to check this late on in the game. Well, the punishment is dished out firmly to A, or at least make it so that they have to blitz in, and with the showstopper, that's not really a problem for them. Risky. Okay, it's ended up fired at a corpse, and an aid. Oh, Con doesn't stand a chance. Now Devi can do some serious work. Arez online. We mentioned that earlier. They'll try to retake the body on the side of EDG, pushing forward and taking every single kill. And with something only now making it to the B site, now it's time to save. It's time to save, Tom, isn't it? It's in such a good spot, but that smoke's faded at just the wrong time. If it stuck around a little longer, maybe he could sneak his way through. The snake in the grass has been found for Paper Rex. As we said, a lot to work with. One is a res in terms of ultimates. Viper's Pit online. If Mindfreak finds 1 kill, this could get very dangerous for EDG. Flashes, a lot of them coming Chichu's way, but the players take a minute. Howdong's on the corner with him. They're doing well. EDG are holding their ground, and it's only Munyet left to try to pull this back, swinging into Smoggy, who's had one hell of a round. It doesn't look like there'll be any punish. Did see the players move up towards mid though, so the rotate's already underway from Devi, and Forsaken is locking it down. Double flash through, Paranoia's good, and Munyet's able to follow up now, positioned a little closer as Devi gets there. He's not even needed. Chichu, the last man alive, and he's got a 1 versus 5 straight into the off.
Problem though is that this B main stack up is still here.
Yeah, the second player's not expected. Of course, it's Mindfreak. Although the poisons might be off, he's still got his rifle ready to fight. And Con with another death on the board. He's struggled in this series, but Mindfreak most certainly has it. And with Forsaken dropping nobody, it's looking like this might be map 2 already on the minds of EDG. Chichu with another clutch that he won't win, and Mindfreak on the triple. That is the first map for Paper Rex on their own, pushing through the spawn smoke in towards Elbow. Players caught them though. The rear rotate through the spawn has led to a very awkward position. These defenders are scattered, but they can crunch.
It's left it. Still back down to a 3v3. Already another kill coming through. Paper X. That W key hasn't been let go of for the majority of this round, and now with an advantage, Devi still left behind. I don't even think they know that he's here, and with the smoke fading, it's an impossible crossfire to come back from. He's just going through it, isn't it? Yeah, of course he is. He was surprised by that. The opponents definitely weren't there already and waiting for something to take a risk. Of course, he was only with a pistol in this round. Cove actually going out just to try and clear the close angles and go above it. They are taking some casualties, and actually a weapon has been found. Chichu, though, is desperately low on health. Can he find anything more? Yes, he can! He's already got a second! Stuck reloading, though, a little bit unlucky.
Pushes the bookie forward into their arms, and that's not where you want this to be. Up close and personal. Munyet has a bit of a timing to worry about. These players on the other side, I mean, if one of them sees him, he's in a lot of trouble, but he's made it out. Something's grabbed another from far away, and it's as easy as could be. Already tagging up Con with a classic.
The smoke is Howdong. Managed to get 1. The Boombot's done a significant amount of damage, but he's still in the corner. They haven't spotted him. Still just surviving now. Chichu's found another as well. I don't know how these rounds are going down in the fashion they are. Howdong still alive! How has no one cleared this man? He's been in the same position! And they've got him flawlessly! Take initial space. They're not stopping, though. Running straight in onto Smoggy. I think that was Munyet battling for the sport.
It was. He was going all the way through. He's being caught by Mindfreak. Catching nobody. This is a big kill. They've got an extra angle to fight from that someone has to deal with, and Howdong, this man's an enigma. Nobody's ever looking at him when he swings an angle. I don't get it. But at least it's down to Chichu. Low HP on Mindfreak and Forsaken, but the post plant is the real danger.
Goes Munyet again. It's a martyrdom.
Headshot. 5 assists.
Showstopper. He's taken down nobody and himself. In the look at where something is, though. He's just walked out onto the site. He's just got no fear. Even going to get himself healed back up. Con must be surprised, and finally, Smoggy will put him down with the trade immediate. An advantage once again garnered for Paper X, and the remaining players are going to have to hope for a timing, but actually timing could go either way. It's all going to be on to whether or not Mindfreak is looking in the right direction, and they both win their battles. It's now left on to just Devi, but one player is very low, and he's already going to clear him.
Oh, Devi's gone out ahead of it as well. That's expected, and Haodong lands the shot.
They have any smokes left.
Trying to sell it as a pump fake, but it doesn't look like EDG are buying it. Orbital strike, Smoggy's in the open, but he's caught one. That spike down, and the ult used, the Hunter's Fury, finding targets. Oh, they're so low. And with Smoggy down, the numbers on the side of EDG are good. They still have a 2v2 with 10 seconds left. All they have to do is deny the spike being picked up. And Haodong, he gives the space. 6 seconds as they make it towards the side. What a shot! Haodong! How did he manage that?
They are all the way outside of Showers, and that'll be Mindfreak down. A big loss in the early round. Haodong fighting within the cages, within the reckoning. And he'll lose his life for it. Maybe a little bit of an overextension, but with one controller down and Forsaken's utility already expended, this doesn't leave them with much. In fact, they're going to go pushing. Something trying to do everything on his own, and now with them pretty much boxed in, I don't know, really moving too quickly. It's just the doubt in his opponent's mind. They have to face the other direction as well. Damage done by Devi, but not quite enough. Forsaken needs to pull off an absolute miracle on low HP.
No danger of those more aggressive flashes coming through, or of something taking your sight away. Not leering onto them. No smokes for Mindfreak as he's down and out, and Devi does well to at least find one, but that player is resable. And, well, that could pull Devi out into the open to attempt to deny. Down to a 4 versus 1 with 11 HP, and he's even detected. Got ahead of the off at least, so damage will be done. But there's still 3 more players waiting for him. Spike.
It's going to get a free duel, though. It's starting to get a little bit messy for the side of EDG. They've given up a couple of kills, not quite knowing where he is. The time is the issue, and more so, nobody on the flank. Like, to get anything here, you'd need pretty much a miracle once more. Just trying to find a safe place to plant, and that doesn't exist. Nobody's going to be coming in from behind. Chicho with the wall bang.
With if they end up in a post plant, but hold on to fight. They're rushing it down, trying to take these duels. In fact, it's Chichu who has the ult that's now left on 30 HP. Panic plays it just to buy a little bit more time so they can fight on the side, and it works. With Con hitting a shot and Chichu doing the same. There's no long push anymore. Chichu, oh my god, those bullets are coming so damn close, but they think he's dropped out now. They've spammed too much for him to still be in position, and he might just get the jump with a second player behind him as well. They're going to emerge from the smoke. Chichu, the sacrificial lamb, and a trade through the smoke, and he almost doubles up on it. Con is shut down though, and we're into a 2v2.
He's managed to dodge it. He's always been a snake in the grass, and he gets the timing perfectly online. The tags on both sides. It goes to the repeat to give Smoggy the kill.
And the trap is destroyed. Here comes a quick triple blitz on the back as the players desperately hold on to control over the site. Reinforcements are on their way and just now arriving, but a quick switch from EDG sends them towards the defender spawn. And Forsaken, and yet he's crept down behind the box and pops up for a nasty surprise.
Yeah, doesn't even need to switch out the weapon, really. Will eventually do it and be able to escape as well, but Forsaken has been lost. Munyet's done well. There isn't really a reaction either. There has been a push through. I'm just looking at the position that's been taken from Haodong. He's completely in behind. They've left a gap, and that gap has been exploited. Such good positioning from him. A quick rotation looking to come back through from the other side. Haodong taking as much space as possible, but this battle between Mindfreak and Chichu is going to be everything. And again, Chichu just getting in behind his opponent. The advantage swinging into the favor of this attacking side. Sure, it's a bonus, but for a second it was looking really dangerous.
Dangerous indeed, yeah. In fact, it looked like they had it more or less locked down. But again, it's Haodong to bail EDG. On this map, he has just been spectacular. In Spectre form almost. Never are these players able to actually take the fight on the open.
Every single time they try and make their way through. Finally, the reckoning will fade, but Mindfreak now in position. A cove for Forsaken to try and almost fight within, and they are falling like flies. Forsaken winning every battle, leaving just Chichu remaining. 8 seconds and 5 members of the other team still to find. There is no shot that he gets anything from this one, and finally, well, Munyet will fall, but Devi.
Haodong again! How does he keep doing this? It's unfathomable. This is a classic lure. I've seen Nats do that, but he had an orb and a wall. Oh, come on! Again and again, 2 kills for Howdong, and I said they've been scary. Goddamn terrifying. Forsaken. He's held this position with a frenzy, but that was against pistols.
They know where
And he is completely surrounded.
What?
Nice spray. It was Divide to finish it off, but Howdong has a 3rd kill. He started this with a goddamn classic.
One enemy remaining.
Wow. And there's only one man left. It's going to be Howdong. Use and burn a lot of utility in the early stages of these rounds, and they've won neither of those fights. Come. He's got both in his locker. Just takes down the duo of Paperex, but it does turn out it was a trio. There was a 3rd piece to the puzzle. Unfortunately, Munyet is now just sat in a corner with a judge.
And the very best of luck to him in the battle to come. Because by the looks of it, that judge is going to have to find 5 players. EDG are in a 5v3 with no intentions of being picked off individually. They're moving together, making their way into this site. There's a drone, and that's really the...
They're giving him a gap.
Oh, hold on. He might actually be in the position to get this. They've spotted him, and only one. Perfect from EDG.
Yeah, nice work. I like the idea from Forsaken. Just create a little pocket in the corner that he can hide with him, but though they haven't had much more in terms of depth. Mindfreak's going to get one, but that's all she wrote. Look how ready EDG were. I know you've got a slightly lower buy. I wonder what you're going to do, lads. I wonder if you're going to push something. Just the cam out immediately from Howdong to get his team ready, and then everybody, the firing squad, just watching. A very easy round for EDG, and sure, something's still standing. He's gone as well. Smoggy winning that fight out once again. And what can Divide really hope to achieve here? Left with a close range SMG and 4 full HP players.
Well, GB wanted to see Paperex on this defense come out with aggression, just punch him in the mouth, but they've ended out more like Aldo. The spams, I like the attempt, but nothing's been found.
Oh, they've got Nightfall as well, but Smoggy's managed to dodge it, needs to hit the shot and won't be able to. In fact, Kong goes down instead. An advantage at this stage for Paperex, but they still have to get back into the site. Chichu sprinting around, hasn't been isolated yet. It's left down to just one man, but that one man is Howdong. Getting that little bit more aggressive. He's using his opponent's util, even has the cam, and it's just about going to reveal. Knows that they're no longer on this diffusal, but desperately needs a kill, and he isn't going to be able to find it. Through and dies to his own teammate. If he made it through, you bet he probably gets a couple, and Divide holding the line on the other side. It's now a wraparound for EDG. Look where they are. 30 seconds left. They expected the B site to be open at this stage. They have to get the kill onto Divide, and he is low.
Well, with Chichu down, Divide really
Enemy remaining.
has it all stacked up once the spike falls. 16 seconds left. No chance for that to go their way on EDG's side. Same old buy. And the big gun in play. Forsaken with the opening.
Smoggy down. The flank coming in, but both battles have gone the way of EDG. Mindfreak needs a little more, but it's only going to be the one. Something and Forsaken. 2 players. 2 names that strike fear into the hearts of any opponent. Oh! Trying to get that wall bang through, but is getting dangerously close to a reload. I think he's even going to have to just fall back, give this one up for now.
Well, 10 bullets left, right? He had to pop that reload. But he's ready to fight again now. 100 bullets primed and ready. Something on the other side of the map as the flank comes down. He's going to take a while to get there, but Forsaken's not willing to give up the space. Now he's being spotted as he sees the cam turn towards, and this might be the end for him. He's being revealed, but good damage. That's deterred Howdong from actually taking the peak. It's allowed for that cam to be completely negated. The swing is good for something, and he's spotted both players. A 1v2, 4 bullets now. And it's not looking good. This could be EDG pushing it across the line. Another dismiss into a heal, reload, and something's got a chance. No Lear to work with. The defuse being stuck to half, but the swing is perfect. And Con to close the map. Closer, he's already looking to get in towards screens, and well, some trouble's brewing. He's got the first, but the site control stays to EDG. They've got the spike, and Con, he's only good for 2, but it might be enough. The advantage is theirs. And a pick needs to be found soon from the side of Paperex. Leaving Mindfreak alone, though, isn't the best of looks. That spike's down on site, and he's got 3 players to pick off. No from the shadows either.
That'd be impressive.
Yeah.
I think
Farm and
the
orbs.
whole team would have to be dead.
30 seconds left.
And then some.
Here we go. Just hoping to try and find an isolated duel, and it isn't going to be happening with the weaponry that they've got. Munyet, though, this might be a nasty surprise, but never mind. Chichu's found him, and I don't think they're going to expect nobody in the corner. No, it's half-checked as well. This is going great for EDG.
It was. It really was, and it's back to going great. Nobody with 3 kills, and now it's just one standing. 10 bullets, and it's only one needed for Smoggy. Well, pressure's on EDG on the way back through, and it's off EDG just that quickly. Con, I don't know where this guy was the last 2 maps, but he certainly turned up today. 3 kills already, and well, it doesn't look too good for PaperX. You might think this is an E-goal, but it's not. The weaker weapon of Forsaken, good for 2. Maybe more to be found, but nobody low. He's 90 HP, fighting another 3 for Forsaken. A decent amount of money. There's some weaknesses there, but nobody is showing up. That's something down right away. One of the duelists dealt with. Con, you can see he's feeling confident.
Yeah, they're right back on the horse. It doesn't look like they've let that get to them whatsoever. Forsaken's been revealed by the Seekers as well. Looking for some more shenanigans, and in the 2v4, they're going to pop the Viper's Pit. They need Forsaken to do something, and now Devi, well, it's not quite 5, but he needs to do it all.
At least he's got the pit to work with, but back-to-back, these kind of clutches surely can't be happening. Too many players, too many guns. To clear the site, get the spike plant, good timing. Chichu in trouble now, the showstoppers found him. But it's only trading out the kill from Smoggy. He's had some impressive rounds of his own, a good shot, but it's traded again from the grave. Con takes down Mindfreak. Low HP on Munyet, nade still to work with, and Forsaken in a nasty spot, ready to play with that judge from down below, but he's worried now because the A site being lost. They're going to swing in, and he's only got a classic closing the distance on the back of the smoke. He's evaded their detection, and he's up close with a judge. Forsaken buying them time and space, but now he's dropped, and the low HP Munyet is last alive. Nade buys time, runs that clock down lower, and nobody has nowhere near enough time. Damage, Munyet's down to 50 on just the straight spam through those smokes. Mindfreak already dropped. That's a lot lost in terms of site coverage, blocking off angles, paranoia out of the game, and for PaperX, with Munyet low, Devi, he's got a chance to do something, and it's actually something to find that onto Chichu, but when he's dropped, it's Devi alone on the other side of the map. Maybe he had a chance to get something done.
Hero power, and they're already just watching. They're ready and waiting. Not going to let that happen twice. They're in the lead. That's a good start, though. Forsaken again, he has been the, well, really the one shining light this team's had so far. Something taking the space. The hero rifle now in his hand. And this time they are playing slightly more aggressively. They're giving opportunities. That might be a mistake.
Devi's flanked this time, not gonna...
Oh no!
No, I wish I didn't see that. Well, it wasn't as late as before, but it was just as successful. At least the trade is found, and we're left into a 2 versus 4 with weaker weapons for PaperX. This is something way beyond what you could have expected. Forsaken has ult to work with. If they need the information, more likely it's just about winning those duels. Both players very isolated and spotted. They know where these EDG players are, and on the side of PaperX, that's going to let them group up. A brave play from something that didn't quite work out, but he's got plenty of teammates there to catch the ball when it's fumbled.
That retake will be beginning, but if his teammates can buy enough time and something on that aggressive AWP, always a problem. Leaving things now with an advantage for that attack side. Chichu needs to try and choose his moment to find some space back in for a team, and actually nobody's still very, very far away from this. Chichu eventually pounces, but he's got no support, no teammate to be had. The flank eventually starting its way back around. He's gonna have to pull off something ridiculous here and definitely not jump in the face of your opponent. I believe that's a mouse wheel. Nobody now has no time, no opportunity to turn this one back around. He's at least making it incredibly costly once again.
G pushing up close, stun being held, but the shot lands a little too quickly. And now there's an isolated breach on this site. Smoggy is gonna be feeling lonely for a while. Con a little too far away. Smoggy's gonna have to hold this all by himself, and he peeks in just at the right time to grab 2. They're back in contention, and now Con's here. No room for PaperX on the site with Munyet on 70 and the spike in the open. This is going to be a very difficult clutch, and he's found the first.
That's risky. Chichu goes peeking in. Howdong's able to close the distance. As you said, he's had a quiet game so far. Showstopper online, but with half HP, might not be worth popping. Munyet just trying to isolate the angle, find out where his opponent is, and now just standing with rocket in hand, not quite knowing where his opponent's currently coming from. It is a TP into the side, and Howdong eventually gets the job done. Pace is there again, but it's meant to be a ruse. Thing is that fake has not been sold. I think they were hoping that Munyet would at least do a little bit, get something from it, but a showstopper straight at his feet. The rest of the team looking to go in. That's a flash, a blind, completely left in the dark here as Howdong now looks to come alive. He's had a quiet start, but the close to the half might be exactly what they need. Mindfreak has made some space, but, well, he's going to need quite a bit more from this one. Another 1v5 needed, and it isn't going to happen twice. 8-4, EDG. Now, they do have a quick flank. They're ready to sort of surround their opponents, but with something already going down, I believe that was through the smoke. That is not the start PRX were looking for.
Nice fake by Forsaken as well. He put his TP down, faked it out, and nobody's gone looking for him. Well, much to his surprise, the player was still there. Oh no! The martyrdom comes into effect, and EDG now stand with a very good chance. Low HP on a few players though, on both of them. In fact, and Mindfreak capitalizes. The first is his, and 20 HP left on Smoggy. A big play with the frenzy is not going to happen. All too often. The op not finding its mark.
But neither did the Outlaw.
To B. Look, A is very much open now, so is middle.
Yeah, they've lost something in a very audacious position. I imagine that was with the dash online. Forsaken is now in a good spot, but he's lost his life as well. This man just isn't missing at the moment. The main character of this matchup had a rough start to the series, but has come alive at the perfect time. Dominating, taking over, even with the heals to support him here. Devi under pressure, and he's going to go down to the same man as well.
What hope is there? A save is called as Munyet is retrieved the operator. He comes in, Chichu's under pressure. You might think, but you would think wrong. That, I'd love to see Coach Alex's candor as that one comes in. Weapons picked up, they hear them backing off, the paranoia is there. And the flash out from Forsaken, he's not going to give it up. This is the right play. He wants to pull the advantage back into their hands. With the spike down, he sticks around after turning. Another huge round. He might not be alone, but he doesn't need backup. Not when he's playing like this. Mindfreak closes the round, and because of him picking up that rifle, his teammate died because they heard the sound cue and they swung it. Now, though, there's a little bit of a different approach from the side of EDG. Just shoot him in the head with Sheriffs, and it's worked out perfectly. 9-7, double digits on the line, and they have so much control. The ult is going to be used, finding out Chichu. Good flash, but no kill. 4 HP left, but it's enough. He's made it well. Oh! I thought he made it out. They pulled him right back in. Mindfreak, 1 versus 5. And if you thought this was the round we were going to look at when barriers went up, lots of players from EDG ready to run into a site. That's going to be the Rolling Thunder. That's point of contact close. Already is Forsaken. And he's caught one, but he won't get out of there. The spray is too good. Quick rotate by Mindfreak, straight into a stun. He's kept back for a moment, and that wall is buying space and time, but as they cross it, they're lower. Easier to take down! And Mindfreak catches all 3, but Devi is so desperately low, he won't be able to hold on. And as they rush into the site, Con realizes he might have a timing, but Forsaken realized that too.
Viper's Pit, though, is definitely going to make things more interesting. Every player within it, at least for the moment. Heals available as well. Nobody won't be able to help himself, but he can help everybody else. Utility-wise, not a whole lot to play with, and that's not the start they were looking for. Every member falling. Forsaken again is going to have to ace it for them to take this round, and Howdong is ready and waiting. So it just has to be off raw skill, and this time, too many targets. Not going to be able to get anything, and just look how far the remaining players are. It might even be a scenario of just going down to the spike. The only thing against that is for something probably wanting to get that Blade Storm online.
Devi as well. You know, he's about to get the Viper's Pit into play. Could be huge for that defensive side to cut down an angle, especially like A main where they've been so quickly bypassed again and again. You can see he's going up to try and get something. He'll get an orb one way or another. And it looks like it's the other. Yeah, shot in the head. Something going up for the same. And it's just a formality at this point. Smoggy's picking them all up. wall goes down, and here's the push. No kills for something. Bladestorm, Viper's Pit have been acquired by PaperX. Thriving. The challenge is about to come through. The flash has caught him, but he's turned, and it's nice. 2 quick kills, a decoy in, and a TP out. The advantage is extended even further as PaperX look to put another round on the board. Buy a little more time. Forsaken, another 3K, another big play from this man, and he's waiting for his teammates to round the corner. Look at the space taking by Munyet. It's perfect, but Concon's ahead of him. Finding the kill. Forsaken, flash to work with, TP towards screens. He's going to try to get the kill. No, in fact, he's not. The flash is just used as he falls further back. And now here comes the big old rocket. Forsaken's dodged it nicely. Spray good for something. The rolling thunder going up towards heaven. It's not caught the players, and the site is under threat. Something maneuvers around and jumps into Concon. Eventually, he'll fall with Forsaken on another and low HP on Smoggy. The spike on the A site. And a very tough one for them to retrieve. They don't know where that second player is, but they found him. It's all on Forsaken. 2 kills, but the spike is at his feet. He knows these players have to push him. The utility 2 flashes will now no longer, and it's a few bullets in the difference, but that's enough.